The camera pans across the glittering America's Got Talent stage, a place where dreams are made and stories unfold. The lights dim slightly, and the announcer introduces the next contestant. Please welcome, a 12-year-old singer all the way from the Philippines. The crowd applauds politely, their eyes searching for who will appear. Slowly, from the side of the stage, a small boy walks forward. He is thin, dressed simply in a modest shirt and pants, clothes that clearly are not flashy or designed for show business. Holding onto the gentle hand of a stage assistant, he makes his way carefully to the center. The audience notices immediately, he is blind. His eyes do not focus on the judges, the lights, or the thousands of faces in front of him. Instead, they are softly closed, as though his world is shaped by sound and feeling rather than sight. The entire theater falls into respectful silence. Simon Cowell leans forward, intrigued. Heidi Klum gives him an encouraging smile, while Sofia Vergara clasps her hands in front of her chest as if already touched by his bravery. Howie Mandel tilts his head, curious about what kind of performance this boy is about to give. "Hello there," Simon says in his familiar, slightly stern but gentle tone. "What's your name?" The boy takes a small breath before answering softly, "My name is Miguel, sir. I'm 12 years old. I come from a small village in the Philippines." His accent carries warmth and humility. Simon nods. "And what made you decide to come all the way here to America's Got Talent?" The boy grips the microphone tightly with both hands. I wanted to sing because music is my only way to see the world. I can't see like everyone else, but when I sing, I feel free. I feel like I can share my heart with people." There's a hush across the crowd. A mother in the audience wipes a tear already. Simon, unusually tender, asks one more question. "And who is here with you today?" The boy's lips tremble slightly. "My mom. She worked so hard for me to be here. We don't have much, but she believes in me." He smiles faintly in her direction, though he cannot see her. Cameras pan to the mother, seated nervously at the side, eyes glistening with tears as she clasps her hands together, whispering prayers under her breath. This introduction, though simple, has already woven a net of emotion across the audience. Everyone is leaning forward, already invested in this little boy's story. Simon finally nods gently. "All right, Miguel, take your time. We are ready when you are." The boy bows his head, exhales shakily, and waits as the first note of his chosen song plays. The theater is silent enough to hear the rustle of the golden curtains backstage. The world seems to pause for him. The music begins, soft and soulful, a piano introduction that sets a tender mood. Miguel grips the microphone tightly, closing his eyes, not because he has to, but because this is how he connects to the sound. And then, his voice emerges. It is not shaky, not timid, but clear, powerful, and drenched with raw emotion. The first line alone causes gasps in the audience. His voice is rich, far beyond his years, carrying pain, struggle, and hope all at once. It feels like the echo of someone who has lived 100 lifetimes compressed into a child's frame. Simon Cowell's eyes widen slightly. He leans back in his chair, shaking his head in disbelief. Heidi covers her mouth with her hand. Sophia whispers, "Oh my God," under her breath. The audience is stunned. As the boy moves into the chorus, his voice grows stronger, reaching notes that soar across the auditorium. The sound seems to bypass the ears and go straight to the soul. People in the crowd begin wiping tears from their eyes. Some stand early, unable to stay seated, swaying as though in church. The camera zooms in on Simon Cowell. His lips are parted slightly, his eyes glistening. Simon, the man known for being brutally honest, even cold at times, has tears sliding down his cheeks. It is a rare, unforgettable sight. The boy sings on, his small body trembling with intensity. Every word carries the weight of his story. The poverty, the nights he probably spent singing under candlelight in a small home, the challenges of being blind in a world that often overlooks children like him. But he doesn't sing for pity. He sings for freedom, for joy, for connection. His song is not about sadness, it is about triumph, resilience, and the beauty of a soul that refuses to be silenced. The final verse comes, and his voice grows tender again, like a whisper of hope after a storm. He stretches the last note, pure and flawless, letting it hang in the air like a prayer. Then silence, a silence so deep it is almost holy. And suddenly, an eruption. The audience leaps to their feet, applauding, screaming, cheering. Some are crying openly. A standing ovation fills the entire auditorium. The camera cuts to the boy's mother backstage, She covers her face with her hands, sobbing uncontrollably as stagehands hug her in joy. Miguel lowers the microphone, his small hands trembling. He cannot see the audience standing. He cannot see the confetti. But he can hear it. The applause thunders in his ears, and he smiles, the kind of smile that lights up a world he cannot see. The applause continues for several seconds before the judges can even speak. Miguel stands quietly, tears threatening to spill from his eyes as he hears the roar of approval. Simon finally takes a deep breath, his voice shaky but genuine. Miguel, I've been doing this show for a very long time. And it's not often that I'm left speechless. But tonight, you didn't just sing. You told us your story. You made us feel every word. And I will never forget this moment. The crowd cheers louder, as Simon wipes his eyes quickly, almost embarrassed at being caught crying on national television. Heidi adds softly, "You are a gift to the world. You may not see us, but we see you. And what we see is a star." Sophia adds, "I can't believe that such a small boy can hold so much power in his voice. You touched all of our hearts." Howie smiles warmly. "You proved something tonight, that limitations don't define talent. You are limitless." Miguel presses his lips together, overwhelmed, whispering, thank you so much." But Simon is not done. He leans forward, his hand hovering above the golden buzzer. The crowd gasps in anticipation, sensing what's about to happen. Simon's voice softens. "Miguel, you don't need a yes from me. You need this." And with that, he slams the golden buzzer. The moment explodes in golden confetti raining from the ceiling. The boy gasps, clutching his chest, unable to believe what's happening. The audience screams with joy. His mother rushes onto the stage, hugging him tightly, both of them crying into each other's shoulders. Simon stands from his chair, still visibly moved, and says, "This is why we do this show. To give someone like you the chance you deserve." Miguel, holding his mother's hand, whispers, "This is my dream." His smile glows as the golden confetti continues to fall. The final camera shot lingers on Simon Cowell wiping away one last tear, golden sparkles falling around him, while the audience chants Miguel's name. It is not just an audition. It is history. A blind 12-year-old boy from the Philippines has just touched millions of hearts around the world.